My name is Anele Makwaza, and I'm incredibly proud to introduce you today to Igugu Global, a technology company making it incredibly easy to search, structure, and trade sustainable assets. Africa has a $1.5 trillion gap in sustainable infrastructure, untapped due to market fragmentation. It took 12 years from the issuance of the first green bond in 2008 for the market to hit the milestone of $1 trillion, which it did in December of 2020. The next $1 trillion is forecast to be issued within the 12 months of 2021 at the pace we're going. And so, as we looked at the problem of fragmentation across sectors, green buildings, renewable energy, and waste management, the problem, the customer, and the solution began to really build itself. Igugu means treasure, and we're accelerating the flow of capital to sustainable assets by bridging the gap between Green Deal data and transaction in emerging markets. We do this by mapping physical and transition risks, the state of decarbonization across different markets, as well as who is financing the transition very essentially, and thus connecting the developers of sustainable projects with more viable long-term sources of sustainable funding. It comes together in a first-of-kind climate adaptation and access to market platform that is helping corporates, investors, and developers of small projects access intelligence, build resilience, and stay connected in their search for sustainable finance. More and more people are asking, how do I access green finance on the continent? And on the other side, investors and project allocators are wondering, how do they assess project eligibility for green finance? Well, in a four-step solution of making an account, mapping and searching your own exposures, tagging your project, and connecting and disclosing your status, we believe that we're well on our way to building a green finance directory that will become a climate LIBOR, helping investors decide and differentiate across risk. The addressable market size for Igugu Global cannot be ignored. 80% of projects on the continent never reach financial close. Over and above that, while the rest of the world is at 86% ESG disclosure, penetration on the African continent is at only 2%. Our business model is freemium to premium, and this is fundamentally because we believe that every business should understand its climate risk exposures. Since 2019, we've entered and made transaction in two key markets that we believe have the highest points of leverage on Africa's climate future, Nigeria and South Africa. In the course of 2020, we were able to coalesce our learnings from East and West Africa and join the Climate Bonds Initiatives and FSD Africa in launching the Africa Green Bond Toolkit. And we're post-revenue, making money, proving the case that there are people seeking access to sustainable finance and investors very much seeking to save time and money in the search for sustainable assets. We're seeing similar companies such as Carbon Delta and Sustainalytics have already made early exits to the likes of MSCI and Morningstar. A diverse team with global experience and absolute tenacity is putting this product together. But our ask today is that you join us. Join us like the G20 and Bank Italia have in the G20 Tech Sprint as we sprint towards the COP26 Green Index launch. We would love to have the partnership of Plug and Play's corporate South Africa community, of which there already are many issuers of green bonds and people that would benefit from Igugu's ability to search, structure, and trade sustainable assets.